how many times is it allowed to date a Muslim sister before marriage in Islam? This has to be one of the strangest questions of 2024. How many times is it allowed to date a Muslim sister before marriage in Islam? It actually reminds me, true story, back in 1997, we were walking to Masjid al-Nabawi, and there was a elderly man and an elderly lady. I assume his wife, so husband and wife. He has ihram. He's got ihram on. And they're walking around the outside of Masjid al-Nabawi. So he stopped us and he said, Tawaf, is it this way or that way? Yani, is it clockwise or anti-clockwise around the Masjid Nabawi? This reminds me of that kind of question. The answer is not it's clockwise or not clockwise. The answer is, what are you doing making tawaf around Masjid al-Nabawi? So likewise here, what are you doing talking about dating a Muslim woman? Dating, courtship, going out together, all of that is prohibited. This is someone's daughter. She has a guardian, a father, a wali. If you wish to marry a sister in the community and it has come to your attention, seek out her guardian and approach him. Enter the house through the front door. When you enter someone's house, how do you enter? Do you go around the alleyway and get a ladder and climb up the window and jump in through the window and come down the stairs and say, hello, Dad? I said, who are you? Oh, I just want to marry your daughter. You knock on the front door and you wait for the answer. He opens the door and he says, what do you want, son? He said, I am Fulan, the son of Fulan, and I wish to inquire with you regarding your daughter. You don't start dating the girl or communicating with the girl or WhatsApping the girl or direct messaging her on Twitter. This is not from the deen of Al-Islam. Bārakallāhu feekum. This is not from the deen of Al-Islam. Do things properly. Right? Because what goes around comes around. Al-jazā min jinsil amal. If you're going to behave in a certain way, then expect that to return back on you one day. Approach people properly. Don't start courting and chatting and flirting with men, my sisters. And brothers, stop approaching and trying to get to sisters. Use the means that Allah has given. Ask the people in the community. Ask the brother that you are praying next to. If you know that there's a father, you ask him. Or you ask someone to ask him if you're too shy. He has a daughter, so you say to your friend, can you go and ask that father if his daughter is still available for marriage because I'm interested. Use the correct means when you're... What's this dating? How many... You're not allowed to date. You can have more than one meeting with a girl with her wali present. So you see her once and you go away with her wali present. And then after about a week, you're still unsure. So then you ask for another meeting because you may want to speak to her, hear her voice, ask her questions, and she can ask you questions. And maybe by the second meeting, it's done and dusted. And she agrees and you agree and the guardian agrees. As for dating, it's not allowed. As for communicating through social media, WhatsApp, meeting up with her in the coffee shop and all of that is haram. And it opens the door to zina. It opens the door to shaitan to come in between you. So my sisters, there are too many scare stories that I've heard, too many disasters and the destruction of lives. And girls are more vulnerable than boys. Because some of these men, they know what they do. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala placed a guardian over the girl to protect her. Allah did not place a guardian over the boy to protect him, even though some of them do need protecting. But the girl, she's protected. So you go through the guardian to get to the girl. Why? Because girls can be manipulated, exploited, and taken advantage of. Sometimes a woman will marry a man and she doesn't know anything about him. Wallahi, I know of a case. A sister rang, she said, I got married and he divorced me. And he's not paying for the child. I said, what's his name? She said, Abdullah. I said, what's his second name? She said, I don't know. Where's he from? She said, I don't know. Where did you get married? He took me to some side masjid on a side street somewhere and the imam did the nikah. I said, who was your guardian? She said, I don't know. I said, what's his surname? You must know the man's surname. She said, well, I know his kunya, Abu something, and his first name was Abdullah. And he used to go to such and such a masjid. How long has he been with you? She said, well, about 11, 12 months. We had a baby. And he's gone. He's not paying. He's disappeared. Gave me talaq and walked off. Don't even know his proper name. Guardians are there to protect daughters. To protect our girls. Bārakallāhu feekum. Leave the dating to one side. Leave that for the kuffar.